what would we do if it wasn't for the World Wide Web? Well, I have been looking for the perfect recipe to make creme brulee, and speaking of which, I am feeling a little hungry for it. Now, there is this particular place that's not too far away from here that serves up the perfect caramelized, light and creamy creme brulee. And I'm snapping myself right out there. Amidst the hustle and bustle of Adyar is this neat little place called Kirkys, and I'm told it's actually nicknamed after the owner, Kirkys. Now, Kirkys serves up American food, but its USP is its desserts.
Well, this is Kirkys, and it's an American restaurant, more like a continental cafe, and it's based from the last 9 years that I've been living in America. I brought back everything that I like from there, and that's what you'd see on my menu. And I also looked around the market and I saw that most of the other cuisines, like the Italian cuisine, was very well covered, and I thought this had more scope too. All this started with was my creme brulee, and we'd gone out for dinner one night and my husband came back home and said, the creme brulee was amazing, do you think you can make that for me?
Kirkys' description of mastering the creme brulee has made me more greedy to taste it now.
Well, Deepthi, I think you need to stop thinking about the creme brulee and have my main course first. So.
Okay, fair enough.
Uh-huh.
So I am going to go with the main course then. I will have the fish and chips and lamb ragu for my main course.
Okay.
Kirkys began just 4 months ago and was a family affair right from the start. Kirkys' brother owns the boutique Misfits on the ground floor, while Kirky took over the section upstairs. The restaurant is a neat little jaunt with a bright yellow and black decor, and the dazzling chandeliers make a bold statement. Coming to the food itself, Kirkys has about 80 odd dishes, so a meal for two can cost you anywhere between 700 and 900 rupees. Now, a meal for the family can come at around rupees 1500. Now, Kirkys' recipes all come with a twist. Like, for example, the fish and chips that I've ordered is one of them. Traditionally, fish and chips is made from cod. However, the more popular option in most restaurants is the Vietnamese basa fish, and that's what I'm having today. The fish is coated in a light batter sans the beer, because Kirkys has a strict policy against serving alcohol, even when it comes to cooking. The well-coated fish is deep fried in hot oil and served up with traditional fries and tartar sauce. Is also light, and the tartar sauce has finely chopped onions, which helps give the fish a little bit more body when you put it into your mouth. Now, I totally dislike the flavor of fish skins, so this as a starter is a really good option because it just gives you the pure, complete fish without any of the skin. Preparing myself for the main course, which is the lamb ragu. It is actually the traditional beef ragu, but with a small twist. The lamb ragu comes in a thick gravy with minced lamb and spaghetti. The beef is replaced by lamb, just so people who don't like beef can still enjoy this recipe. The twist in this recipe is the addition of mint. The finely chopped mint brings out the subtle flavors of the lamb. A traditional Italian recipe, bolognese or ragu, originated from Bologna in Italy. Now, the sauce uses tomatoes and herbs and spices, and it's mixed with beef. Now, in this recipe, you do not have beef, you have the lamb. And instead of using too much of tomatoes, they've actually used more of the stock and allowed it to simmer for about 2 to 3 hours, so the stock is really thick and the flavor of the meat and everything in it is perfectly combined. Of course, they brought the Italian recipe all the way to America, where now beef ragu is a rage in every household. Kirkys currently serves a fine selection of American recipes. Although I've not ordered them today, Beef burgers and sandwiches are one of the best sellers at Kirkys. I've kept my meal light thus far because Kritika has promised that I do need a good amount of tummy space for the desserts. And I'm ready, so bring it on. First up was some molten chocolate cake. This chocolate hill seduced me right from the start. A gentle crack in this mold awakens the molten volcano and sets it afloat. And the first spoonful is chocolate heaven, all right. The cake is so soft and the molten chocolate is so rich and seductive. Now the presentation itself is not too over the top, so it does not divert your attention away from this chocolatey mold. From chocolate to some fruit, I cleanse my palate from the chocolatey aftertaste with the traditional apple pie. Encased within the crumbly base is a lovely mixture of chopped apples with cinnamon and sugar. And then there was the item I had been waiting for my whole meal. The creme brulee. The yellow-brown thin crust rested perfectly over the silky white mold of whipped milk, eggs and sugar, gently baked and then frozen to the right temperature. These desserts have transported me to two different eras of American culture. Now, how can you not remember the movie American Pie while having pie and creme brulee? Well, I definitely remember the scene from My Best Friend's Wedding where Julia Roberts compares Cameron Diaz to creme brulee. Now, however, Cameron Diaz might be very hot, but this creme brulee is also cold and so delicious. I've truly satisfied my hunger for desserts today, all thanks to Kirtika. Speaking of which, where is she though? There you are.
Just been procrastinating making my cheesecake, so finally decided to go ahead and do it now. So would you like to stay for it?
Well, it does look like I am going to be here a little while longer, but for those of you who are watching the show, you can answer this week's Feeding Frenzy question and probably win yourselves an outing for the next Feeding Frenzy or even a couple of gift vouchers to the beautiful restaurants we've been visiting. Now the question for this week is, which was the first sweet treat humans indulged in? A. Jaggery, B. Sugar or C. Honey? Send it in to feedback@ndtv-hindi.com. Can I taste that?